You're going to tell my aunt I'm coming home. Can you do that? This is my home. I made a promise. A new chapter in the Yellowstone universe is just around the corner. As you guys know, we have 1944 ahead of us, and I couldn't be more excited. The story is far from over, and it's getting even more complicated. There are a lot of rumors, theories, and facts about it, so I won't keep you waiting. Let me tell you what I know so far. Let's start with what will happen in 1944. With Alex passing, Spencer is basically on his own with his son. Of course, he had Kara and Jacob back in 1923, but let's face it, they probably won't make it to 1944 since they were already quite elderly in 1923. We have 21 years between the two seasons, which means both Spencer's and Elizabeth's kids will be at least 20 years old and learning how to handle the family business by that time. But the real question is, how will Spencer's son, John, and his cousin, Elizabeth's child, get along? That brings us to the next generation. We know that Elizabeth left the Dutton land in the season finale. At some point, she may have returned and taken care of both her and Spencer's child. Besides the kids, the Dutton women have always been important, and I can't deal with the fact that there won't be a matriarch in the house after Kara's death. Personally, I'd love to see Elizabeth and Spencer's children riding their horses side by side. But some fans suggest a different twist. They think Elizabeth's child will return to the Dutton land after many years and try to claim his inheritance. That could be a possible plot since Whitfield is dead and there's no one left who would want to claim the land. So, we do need a villain at this point, and Elizabeth's son could be it. Then there's Spencer's other child from a widow he never married. We still don't have a name for the woman. I think there are two possibilities here, and this is where it gets interesting, since they are both based on Elizabeth. Think about what I said earlier. If Elizabeth comes back to the Dutton land, she and Spencer would be the only two adults. It wouldn't be far-fetched to assume something might develop between them. That way, the three children could grow up as siblings. But the fact that Elizabeth is much younger than Spencer and that she was married to his nephew is a bit gross, if you ask me. Yes, both of them lost the loves of their lives, but that shouldn't result in them getting together. Now hear me out on the other possibility. It could be Tiona. I know it sounds odd, but consider this. After Tiona left the school, she was with Pete and her father, who are both dead now. She had to continue her journey on her own. We know that in Yellowstone, Dutton land now belongs to the Broken Rock Reservation, which is managed by Thomas Rainwater, who is related to Tiona. I think after Tiona goes to Mexico and stays there for a while, she will end up in Montana somehow. She may cross paths with Spencer and have his child. But again, the age difference is a bit much. I know I've been talking about a lot of possibilities, but there's one more. Tiona could stay in Mexico because we already know that Thomas Rainwater believes his ancestors are from there. But her son, or in this case, son, might come to the Dutton land. You may call me crazy, but I think the Dutton and Tiona's families could unite through marriage. Maybe Elizabeth will have a daughter. They'll never return to Montana, and Tiona's son will marry Elizabeth's daughter. What do you think about that? With all that, we know that Amina Neva's Tiona will be back for 1944, obviously. Hopefully we'll see Elizabeth with her child too. But that's not all we're hoping for. For instance, seeing flashbacks of Jacob and Kara would be amazing. And if we do, I think they'll still be in touch with Elizabeth. Fingers crossed. As for Spencer, we might have a teeny-tiny problem there. As much as I love seeing Brandon Sklenar portray Spencer, I'm not sure he'd be a good fit to play a man in his 50s. There's a rumor that Kurt Russell is being considered for the role too. I don't know if I'm ready to see Brandon go, especially after we lost Julia, but we'll see. As for the release date, since 1923, Season 2 has just aired. I don't think we'll be able to see 1944 in 2025, but maybe in mid-2026. If the timeline holds, we'll have a trailer by February 2026. In the meantime, don't forget to follow me for more Yellowstone content, and feel free to share your theories in the comments.